Welcome back to an episode of We are going to make a game look really good. In this case, it's Evil Genius, the original one, or the first installment. Let me just show you something real quick, because the game is actually very old, and except for the cutscenes, it does look pretty damn good. But only if you follow a few steps, because look at this. No aliasing at all, and it actually looks pretty damn good. Also, the menus look pretty sharp, like this one here, and all of the other menus, of course, have to be unlocked because this is a new game whatsoever. Anyway, this is just as a quick overview so that one knows what will happen, and I'm going to show you how you can make the game look as good as this. Now, step number one, you are going to go in here. In this case, it is the pcgamingwiki, and it has the Evil Genius entry. Look for Gaming Wiki, pcgamingwiki Evil Genius, and then you will come to this page. This will be the Evil Genius one. Here you can actually see an awful lot of stuff. The most important bit, after you've installed it on GOG, of course, is the pcgamingwiki patch. This is the unofficial one. The one on GOG will be version 1.01, and the unofficial patch can be downloaded and extracted into the installation folder. In this case, first and foremost, you download it. It is in the same file here, pcgamingwiki. Go into the download this file dialog, and then you can just download the whole thing. And then, of course, after you've downloaded it, you have to open it with a 7-zip. You have to download it first, 7-zip, and you can get it from 7-zip.org. It is a free free program. I think that most people will actually know what this is. And if you open this, you have 3 folders in this one, and then you take those folders and you put them into the game file, and you override the files in the original game folder. So dynamics resources goes in here, the release exe goes in here, and resource package goes in here, and then it actually also produces additional files. The additional one in here that at least I noticed was the resolution one. It's this one down there. You can open this, and then you actually have the option to change your resolution for the game. You have your width and your height. In this case, this is the one for my monitor. This is why it's probably looking so well. You have to set it actually by hand, because the in-game option to set it has a certain limit. It only goes to 1600. Higher than this is actually not possible. You have to use this file. Afterwards, you of course save it, and then that's it. Of course, important as well is the windowed option number 1, because another thing that you have to do is to download the Borderless gaming program. You can also find it fairly well linked in here. You just follow those links, and then you have the Borderless gaming program down here. After you've downloaded it, of course, and installed it, you will be greeted with this window over here. You will be greeted with this menu. Then you can just select whatever it is that you want your program, whatever full screen application you need, and then you of course click on, in this case, Evil Genius, and then you click on the arrow to the right, and then it automatically detects it and maximizes it for your screen. Now we got that one done. We have to do something different, the startup, because the game actually starts without any videos playing. If you want the full experience for it, the videos themselves will actually have a low quality because they were made back in the day, so they're fairly pixelated. What you still can change here, you go into the concept configuration file. The config can be found in here in the dynamic resources, and then you go into configuration. In here you have concept. You open this up, and again it opens one of those files. The most important entry in this one is the startup state 0. If you turn it to 0, it plays the intro. That's the important bit here. Set to 1, then of course the video won't play. The game itself will just start, and you won't be greeted with a nice intro. And it's actually a quite funny one. Now we got that one done, this one changed, and now the game, for you at least, would still be pixelated. Pixelated in a way that anti-aliasing isn't active. In order to activate aliasing, you have to do another step. You have to actually use NVIDIA system settings. You right-click your desktop, your free space, and then you just open the system panel. System controls for NVIDIA, or control center, depending on what it's called. And then you go into the second tab here, the one with the 3D settings. Then you go not to global settings, but to the one nearby, program settings. You click on add program, and then you can select the game. In this case, for me, it's Evil Genius. Then there are some options that you have to tweak for this one, because you want to override the anti-aliasing settings of the game. The one that you start with is the mode. It's fairly at the start here. It's just scroll upwards, and there's a mode setting, anti-aliasing mode. And then you click on this one and you take the last one, which is override. After you've taken the last one, you just activate FXAA, follow up with a ×8 setting, because your graphics card should actually be good enough, hopefully, to play the whole thing, and then you're good. Afterwards, you can just click on save, and then you have to restart the game. That's also important if you have it running in the background. After you've restarted the game, you will actually be greeted with a very, 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 very nice visual here. The menu itself will be still a little bit off. Don't get fooled by it. The in-game visuals are amazing. As I said, you can zoom in, you can zoom out. And another thing you have to adjust in the game is actually the camera controls. WASD is standard movement. The only thing that is kind of weird is the mouse scroll. So you have to change this from using the mouse to using the Shift and W and S keys. So just adjust that in the menu over there. So let's just show that so you have the perfect thing. So yeah. You go into the options, followed by controls, followed by define keys, and then you scroll down a little bit, just a teeny weeny bit, and there you have camera. And in here there's the zoom in and zoom out option that's most important. Usually it is shift and arrow forward and arrow backwards. But what you want is to just click on it and click on redefine. And then you just hold down Shift and W and it overrides the whole thing. Click on apply and the whole thing works. Then of course apply again so that the whole thing is saved. And then you go backwards and out and inside the game. And then you're good. Now have fun playing the game if you felt nostalgic, because the second installment is actually coming out. And some people may just feel the need to play the old one. Why not? Have fun playing it and like and subscribe. Ta-ta!